Hello YouTube and welcome back to part 7 of our Eazy-E Memorial Battle Royale, where today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go a little bit back. How far we're going to go back? We are literally going to go... I'm almost starting to regret the idea of not doing anything by the NWA by this for the Battle Royale, because I feel like at some point I would actually... I don't know, can we really do an Eazy-E video even though this is meant to be a memorial to Eazy-E? I really don't know if we could do that. I don't know if that's like being pompous or anything like that, but I'll have to I'll have a think about that. But mind you, aside from that, one guy we know absolutely is not going to be pompous. I cannot wait to find out what this is going to be. This is going to be what I think is going to be a dunk slam. So, with all that being said and done, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Check Yourself by Ice Cube, the West Coast Warlord. In 3, 2, 1, and... I do know that apparently, wasn't this beat picked up by Grandmaster Flash nearly 20 years before this? I do know that beat is meant to be from Grandmaster. I think. I could be. It was a very long time ago since I heard Grandmaster.
So come on and diggity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check. You better check yourself or you wreck yourself, cause I'm bad for your health. I come real stealth, dropping bombs on your moms, kill car alarms. Doing foul crime, I'm that brother with the Alpine soda 460. Always let tricks know, and friends know we got that endo. No, I'm not a sucker, sitting in a house of pain. And no, I'm not the butler, I'll cut ya, headbutt ya. You say you can't touch this, and I wouldn't touch ya. Punk, you a sucker, here to let you know, boy. Oh boy, I make dough, but don't call me dope boy. This ain't no kind of motion picture. A guy your tricker, my homie get with ya and hit ya, taking that yak to the neck. So you better run a check. So come on and tickety check yourself before you wreck yourself. Tickety check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, come on, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Cause shotgun bullets are bad for your health. Tickety check. Yeah, that's right. Tickety check.
Operator 187.
Yeah, collect call from Q.
Hold, please.
Phone check, homie. And wait.
Hello? This is the operator with a collect call from Ice Cube. Do you accept?
No.
Phone check, huh? Shout, man.
Tricks wanna step the cube and then they get played. Cause they trick made, pulling out a switchblade. That's kinda trifle, cause that's a knifo. AK-47, assault rifle. Hold the 50, I'm nifty, pal. Got a new style.
Watch out now.
I hate little tricks, claiming that they floating bank, but steady talking noise in a holding tank. First you wanna step to me, now your ass screaming for the deputy. They sing you to Charlie Baker Denborough. Now they running up in your slow. You're gone, used to be the dime one. Now your name is just Twine. Switch it, snap it, well in your wise and neck. You better run a check. So take it and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on and check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. So take it and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Cause big D's in your mouth is bad for your health. Jiggy check. Pump. Jiggy check. wanna make on that license plate. You could've had a V8 instead of a .38 slug to your cranium. I got 6 and I'm aiming them. Will I bust or keep you guessing and kill you when that noise you're stressing? Trick, get off the wood, you're no good. There goes the neighborhood rap. Go ahead and keep your draws, giving up the claps. And who needs applause at a time like this? Pop the coochie in your dent. The trick is a Miami hurricane head sprung. People call her lips and lungs. Nappy duck out and you're stuck out. Cause women like you gets no respect. Trick, you better run a check.
So take it and check yourself before you wreck yourself. So take it and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on and check yourself before you rickety wreck yourself.
Cause tricks like you is bad for my health. Jiggy check. Pump your brakes. Jiggy check.
So take it and check yourself before you wreck yourself. So take it and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on and check yourself before you rickety wreck yourself. So take it and check yourself before you wreck yourself. So take it and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on and check yourself before you rickety wreck yourself.
Yo, 9 Trey remix on the old school tip. That's how we coming. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Yep.
And just like that, just gets up and just like literally almost walks out of prison. You know, at the risk of me sounding really, really stupid, did Ice Cube ever spend time in prison? I know. I think it's just I was going to say yes because you don't go that much into detail about what your time is like on the inside without spending time on the inside. And I will say right here is that from what I've heard that goes on behind bars, yeah, absolutely, I'd imagine. Somebody made into a twang, and yeah, I've heard stories about that where you get made into somebody's wife, and then literally that's it for the rest of your life. You may as well just like start putting on bras. You may as well start using a tampon. You may as well just start using all that because you've literally lost your manhood once and for all. It's at best the best thing I think you could possibly say about something like that is that you drop the soap one too many times, if you know what I mean. And I still can't believe. Okay, I know the ending must have obviously been fake, but she's just this chick just got Ice out of prison, just walked out. Ice must have had something on that chick for her to do that. And yeah, just I wish I could actually go into I wish I could be Zelda just for a little while, just to possibly go over that. Maybe, just maybe, there was some stuff that they didn't quite get into, mostly because I reckon it goes far deeper than that. You're talking about, well, I think they just, well, technically I think they cover like most of everything up, like, and I'm no sucker sitting in the house of pain, and I'm no butter, I'll cut you. I've heard literally, isn't it something like getting murdered in prison is like you're nearly 1 in 6 people get murdered in prison every single day or something like that. Because it must be maybe I don't know, maybe 1 in 15 or something like that. But I heard there's a reason why you don't get toothbrushes in prison, because you can make them into shanks, which, if you don't know what a shank is, it's literally a makeshift knife. If it's sharp and if it does the job, then it will do the job. And you can make it out of toothbrushes. You can use a pen as a shank you want, because obviously you've got even if you don't like have the nib or anything like that, the design is still sharp enough that if you jammed it with enough force into another body, it will be pierced. And you gotta wonder, just what on earth would possess? I don't know whether it's not like it's like members of gangs and like the other gangs that go in prison, and there's always sort of like that continued warfare goes on behind bars. So you get somebody alone, because I heard there's always meant to be blind spots in prisons where there are no security cameras, where you can literally, if you get somebody in a corner and you have a shank, you can do whatever the hell you want. And sometimes people will care for what comes their way, solitary confinement, death row, or whatever that be. You know what? Some people think it's it's about loyalty. It's about hood loyalty, and you just gotta make sure you keep those enemies off this planet. And I don't know. If I knew really more about like prison life, aside from like the rations, people could get murdered over just about anything in prison, for breathing, for a cup of coffee or anything like that. And there's like an aristocracy in prison, where the lowest ranks won't even get murdered. They'll just be made into women, like Twong that they described. Then there will also be people at the very top that everybody would be afraid of, because they could command people to murder anyone or possibly get whatever they want. I don't know technically things about like contraband, or technically if that actually exists even inside prison. But I don't particularly think like if you could command that sort of thing, then it's not unlike you could get that sort of thing. And also, I love the fact that just more than anything, Ice Cube, it really is like one of those things like what was it? One of those reality shows where a bunch of kids visit a prison, and Ice Cube is just it's just waiting there, ready to tell them, you better realize what you're doing before you do this, or you could end up like me. And you can see all the scars down my arms. You can see them on the backs of my legs. You can hear all these horrid. You will hear some really dark stuff that goes on in prison. And you know what? That's why I think, and I don't know whether there's supposed to be like more harder versions of stuff like Check Yourself, because the beat that they used, which I still think was meant to be from Grandmaster, it was still upbeat enough, but unless you really understood what was going on, you would literally have no idea. Whether you were in prison or you've just heard stories about what goes on behind bars, it could happen to anyone, anywhere, anytime. You're making a phone call to someone, you get attacked from behind. You're trying to have a shower, you can get murdered in a shower. You don't even need to drop the soap, you could just right there and then looking at somebody different. In fact, actually, I'll tell you what, I'll end this video off with the one, I think the golden rule I've heard what happens when you go to prison. And you want to know what that is, ladies and gentlemen? What is the golden rule if you ever go to prison? Never, and I mean never, smile. The reason why you don't ever smile in prison is because if you smile at someone, or if you smile enough so that it's in somebody's direction and they look at you, you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? It means that you like someone. And you don't want to like someone because you think you like someone, but they are not going to like you back. And you've just about made an enemy for life. Because again, you don't know who the hell you could be smiling at. And you do not want that route when you go to prison. Otherwise, you're literally going to be wearing that smile completely round your ass. Yeah, guys, listen. I've never been to prison, but that is the number one rule I've been taught about. If you do get locked up, never, ever smile. But you didn't hear it from me. So anyway, I hope you guys... Just take this as a lesson from life. Don't ever go to prison. Don't break the law. Just don't. It's not going to be worth it. And I never even been to prison, but I can already tell you that it is not worth it. especially because, again, chances of employment will drastically... You may as well will almost never get hired again if you ever go to prison. Again, depending on the offence, depending on how long you serve, if you ever get out, let alone survive. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Check Yourself by Ice Cube. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to love you guys again in the next reaction video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.